From Louisiana are now helping with relief efforts in the Pacific Northwest after torrential rain led to some catastrophic flooding. Record high rivers put tens of thousands of people in Washington under evacuation orders. Our Winston Reed spoke with local volunteer groups spending the holiday season thousands of miles from home.
A 4 to 5 day stretch of rain pushed rivers in western Washington to historic levels, straining banks and levees and inundating communities. Tens of thousands of residents were ordered to evacuate their homes.
The very first night we went to Carpenter, stayed in an RV with all 8 of us, my parents, our son, my sister's 3 kids, and us.
And then 3 dogs.
And 3 dogs, yeah. So then we kind of had to split up to make it make sense. So my parents have been paying for a hotel room every day since.
This natural disaster is undoubtedly one of the most devastating in our state's history.
Emergency repairs have begun on a major U.S. highway, but officials warn the road to recovery will be long. But Washingtonians are not alone. They're receiving help thousands of miles away from several American Red Cross volunteers from Louisiana. For more than 10 days, they've been working around the clock to support sheltering, feeding, and the distribution of emergency supplies. They're not set to return home until December 26th.
90% of our workforce are volunteers, and without even blinking, they decide to go and help other people at holiday season.
More than 600 rescues across 10 counties have been reported. National Guard troops assisted with evacuation efforts. The state has made funds available for people to pay for hotels, food, and other necessities. And the help from Louisiana does not stop with the Red Cross.
Christmas time is always tough, especially, after a disaster. These families aren't really focused on, what am I going to get little Janie or little Johnny for Christmas? Is more of how am I going to get my life reset.
Joshua Gill and other members of the United Cajun Navy traveled to the Pacific Northwest, where the organization participated in a food drive at Lewis McChord Air Base. They also partnered with municipal and church leaders to distribute essential supplies. Inside some of these boxes, shared in photos by Gill, are toys meant to give kids facing life-changing adversity some holiday cheer.
We got a rather large toy drive. I'd be safe to say well over 500,000 toys throughout the nation. And I can tell you now that I saw at least 2 big Gaylords. It's the big storage boxes full of toys. Had to have been a couple thousand in those boxes that went to Washington State, and that was just our initial push.
Reporting, I'm Winston Reed, WWL, Louisiana.
Water levels have crested and are gradually, thankfully, receding in those hard-hit areas of western Washington. But the National Weather Service is still issuing coastal and flood-related advisories, keeping those in effect.